This examination marks the second time that we are conducting the UCE under the competency-based curriculum. And this examination will commence on October 10th with the briefing of the Uganda Certificate of Education examinations. Then the primary living examination will come in with a briefing on October 31st. And then finally, the Uganda Certificate of Advanced Certificate of Education will close with a briefing on the 7th of November 2025. When you get our printout, we will give you a table that summarizes these dates. Heads of examination centers can access these timetables on the portals. We also have hard copies which are being distributed, particularly to the UCE and USCE examination centers as they come to collect the examination stationery. For the UCE and USCE, every candidate should receive a copy of the timetable. This is precisely because these examinations take many days, and candidates need to have a reference material to remind themselves of the examination papers that they have been entered for. We have not normally printed for PLE because of the fact that it's a short examination, and the display of these timetables on these notice boards have normally been sufficient. But we also expect the UCE and USCE examination centers to display the timetables on the notice boards in prominent places where any other interested party can access. We have also produced the Braille versions for our students, our candidates with visual impairment. Members of the press, as you know, we always have a theme for our examinations. Last year, we had the theme Embracing Security and Holistic Assessment of Learners in a Dynamic Environment. We considered this theme as a board, and we realized that the theme is still relevant because we still worry and concern ourselves about the security of our examinations, if only to ensure that the results that we shall release and the consequent certificates that we shall issue will be valid and reliable. And if we have to guarantee the validity and reliability of our academic documents, the process must be handled with the high levels of security. We are also embarking on, or we have already embarked on, the assessment of learners in a holistic manner. In other words, the competency-based curriculum that is now at UCE and will soon come on board with USCE, and similar modifications being done at the PLE, will require that the board is assessing the candidates holistically. In other words, designing assessment instruments that will test the cognitive abilities of our candidates, and through the other assessment activities like the projects, our candidates are also assessed on what they can do with their hands, and also eventually the attitudes and so on. So this is holistic assessment that we are embarking on as a paradigm shift from what we have been doing in the past. And therefore, our theme still addresses this. We are also aware now, with the advent of artificial intelligence and other rapid developments in technology, that our assessment as a board and as a country must take this into account. And therefore, the board came to the conclusion that our theme, Embracing Security and Holistic Assessment of Learners in a Dynamic Environment, will still be able to guide us through this examination period. when we